The title is back in Arsenal's hands after Game Week 31 brought new drama. A 3-0 victory at Brighton followed by massive points dropped by Liverpool. Today we've got a lot to break down. So from the latest twist in the title race, to why Mikel Arteta's defence is not normal, Arsenal's new dilemma up front, and the breaking news ahead of Bayern Munich. As per, let's break it all down and discuss the 5 things we learned from Brighton 0, Arsenal 3. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Baz14, welcome back to your boy channel. How can you not be sensational? 7 games left on the title race and things are getting interesting. So as per, don't forget to smash a like on the video if you enjoy and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But starting off with Arsenal's new leader. In the summer of 2021, the signing of Ben White brought a lot of attention. Fast forward to 2024, against the same club we signed him from, Ben White made his 100th Arsenal appearance after only 107 league games, dropping a 7.4 performance with 3 clearances, 1 interception and 1 tackle. The narrative after his first game against Brentford was the fact that he was going to get bullied. Game by game, Ben White is evolving in so many ways, from the creativity side creating 7 big chances this season, to now being able to invert into midfield, provide Saka an overlapping option. Only so Campbell and Lauren have won more matches in their first 100 Premier League appearances for Arsenal than Ben White with 66. The latest evolution in this game is leadership. Not only is he far more vocal on the pitch, commanding other players where to be. As Sammy Mockbell says in the team huddle in the Tuesday win against Luton, it was Ben White who led the pre-match messaging alongside captain Martin Odegaard. White has also started mentoring other Arsenal young players. As Mikel Arteta says, credit to him, Ben White is always willing to learn to train to play in any circumstances. Whether he's feeling good or not feeling good, he's open-minded. He has the desire to win and that's what he's made the difference in. Compared to Rafael Varane when we signed him, £50 million apparently too much. Then think about how reliable he's been. Always available and very dependable. The price tag looks like a bargain. In a right-hand side full of quality, you've also got Bukayo Saka. Returning from injury with a 7.8 rating, Saka scored 1 goal from a penalty, completed 1 dribble and had 3 key passes in this game alongside 5 ground balls won. But watching him on the pitch, he was far from his very best, lacking sharpness and clearly struggling. After the game, Saka confirms that I was struggling, but as long as I have 2 legs, I'm going to give everything. I just want to be on the pitch. Still on the score sheet and reaching a new benchmark. That's our 17 goals and 13 assists this season, making it a total of 30 goal moments in all competitions for the first time in his career. One thing I've noticed though is the pressure is changing. With Saka being so good for so many years, you can see that people can't wait to judge him. If Cole Palmer scores, they'll compare him to Saka. Likewise the case for Phil Foden. Slowly but surely Saka is turning into the benchmark, which of course will bring a different level of judgment. But I want to talk about Gabriel Martinelli. Coming off the bench for the 3rd game running playing as a right winger, Martinelli dropped a 7.0 rating with a 0.2 expected assist. It does make you wonder though, if Bukayo Saka is struggling with an injury, could this be Mikel Arteta preparing Martinelli as a potential right wing solution? Moving on to the second thing, the Arteta way. In a week where Arsenal have got 2 wins out of 2, after the last game against Luton, their manager Rob Edwards had a very intriguing quote. Of all 3 teams in the title race, Arsenal are the only team that can play any way, be it physical, footballing way or running, essentially calling Arsenal the most adaptable side. This game summarised it more than ever. Not only were Arsenal great going forward with a 3.38 expected goals, the highest ever away against a Roberto De Zerbi side. When you look at the stats and you'll be surprised. Not only did Arsenal have less possession, we also had less final third entries. Then you look at the field tilts, showing in the first 60 minutes Arsenal were dominant. But then something changed. Arsenal is showing they could play in different ways. Dominating the first half with 58% of the ball and a 1.94 expected assist. Then being able to sit back in the second half with only 33% possession, but still with a 1.28 XG. When you think about the heritage of Mikel Arteta, he's got the one-touch passing of an Arsene Wenger side. Of course you've got the tactics of Pep Guardiola, but the defensive block reminds me of a David Moyes side, a manager Mikel Arteta spent a lot of his career with. In the 91st minute, things were summed up. Arsenal 3-0 up and the game is over, but look at the way the team celebrates a block, almost as if we scored a goal. A side of defenders that love to defend, summed up by a 7.2 rating of Gabriel Martinelli, with 6 clearances and 1 blocked shot, with the Rolls Royce Saliba next to him, winning 100% of his duels in the first half and likewise aerial duels, and 97.4% of his passes. Arsenal are so good defensively that it's not even normal, with David Raya now keeping 12 clean sheets, the most in the league, that despite missing Arsenal's opening 6 games of the season. Liverpool and City may have their goal-getters, but Arsenal have their goal-stoppers, defenders that provide domination, fear at the back for any team to even get into our box. All of it means that according to the XG, Arsenal now have a 33% chance of winning the league, helped by a massive result at Old Trafford, as Liverpool drop points to Manchester United. All of that means that Arsenal end Game Week 31 top of the league. Same points as Liverpool but far better goal difference, a point ahead of Man City, in a similar position to last year where things are a lot different. Think about the games we lost the league in. 3 goals conceded against Southampton, 2 against West Ham and 2 against Liverpool. In 2024, our defensive record is insane, conceding only 4 league goals. We've only allowed an XG of 4.98, miles ahead of the likes of Man City, Liverpool and Tottenham. You spread that defensive record over a 38-game season, Arsenal will be on course to concede under 15 goals, breaking a record set by Chelsea in 2004-05. Gabriel and Saliba deservedly get their praise, but we have to focus on the other aspects, summed up by this image from the first half. Rice gets beaten, but look at Gabriel Jesus, a forward, tracking into his own half to win the ball back. Here you've got our striker Kai Havertz in the second half, playing as a right back to win the ball back. The reason why Arsenal are so good defensively is because of the buy-in. Each and every Arsenal player is working for the team. Therefore, during the defensive phase, we don't just play with 4 outfield defenders, we actually play with 10. It all means that Arsenal have their fate in their own hands. 7 more wins, and Arsenal will factually win the Premier League title. Moving on to the third thing, the forward answer. Despite the returning Gabriel Martinelli returning to full fitness, in Mikel Arteta's lineup there was a surprise. Gabriel Jesus starting as a left winger, who ended dropping a 6.9 rating, had a 0.44 XG, one Arsenal penalty, but also missed a big chance. What we're getting here is a glimpse to the future. If Arsenal are going to sign a big striker this summer, the role of Jesus is going to change into versatility. A player as shown by his heat map, able to play all across the front 3, completing 1.5 dribbles per game this season and at 54% success rates, shows that he has the ball carrying ability to play out wide. The prime example of that 1v1 quality being the way that he won the penalty. Playing out wide could suit Jesus better, far less pressure to score the goals, allowing him to use his skill effectively. But then you had the man of the match Kai Havertz, who dropped a whopping 8.6 rating, scoring 1 goal and getting 1 assist, alongside 4 key passes and 2 big chances created, has now got 8 goal contributions since February 17th, joining Kylian Mbappe as only the 2nd player in Europe to score and assist in 3 different games in 2024. Arsenal are slowly getting their striker, that target man profile of 6'4", a player able to drop deep and defend well, link up play and maximise our wide forwards. Alongside the box presence that dominates, look at the way Havertz caused Dunk so many issues, the way he's able to get between both centre backs and score his goal. As David Ornstein says, Mikel Arteta drove the Kai Havertz signing and the German only wanted Arsenal, despite interest from Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, with Havertz saying that Mikel has helped me from the first minute I arrived. He has showed me a completely different spectrum of how to play football. For someone that's worked on the Thomas Tuchel, Joachim Löw and so many other top managers, Mikel Arteta is getting a version that we've not seen before. A centre forward showing elite fundamentals. Look at this example in the first half. The way Havertz drops deep to make space, then darting in behind to make a fantastic chance for Jesus. Arsenal have found another outlet, a player to unsettle opposition defenders. But as he says after the game on what it means to prove his haters wrong, it means a lot. I mean, it's a part of the game. There's always people that don't like you or speak bad about you. I accepted it. You cannot make everyone happy. I try to make myself happy and people that are important to me. And those people include Arsenal fans. With Havertz saying, I love the club, I love the players, the staff, and I love the fans. It does pose the question, still only 24 and definitely developing, ticking nearly every box that Arsenal fans looking for a striker. What does it mean for our summer plans? As Fabrizio Romano says, I'm always receiving many questions of Victor Osimhen. Many clubs around Europe appreciate him, like Chelsea, PSG and Arsenal, but Arsenal also focus on players like Gyökeres and Sesko. With a £45 million release clause, Sesko stands out straight away. A project striker that Mikel Arteta can maximise. A 6'5" frame with technical ability, it would save Arsenal funds to use elsewhere. Not only improve our midfield but also the wide forward area. Do Arsenal still need a £100 million striker? Moving on to the fourth thing, squad evolution. Having signed for Arsenal in January 2023, Leandro Trossard caused a lot of controversy at Brighton, refusing to play and forcing a move away. Coming on in this game and getting booed by Brighton fans made sense, but in 26 minutes he dropped a 7.5 rating, scoring a goal to silence the Seagulls. Tweeting after the game, "Are you not entertained?" Celebrating in front of the Arsenal fans by patting the badge. The goal itself gave me flashbacks. Alexis Sanchez in the yellow kits, chipping the ball over the goalkeeper. That's another goal for an Arsenal player coming off the bench, with Arsenal in the top 3 in the league of bench goal involvements. Look at our options. Martinelli, Nketiah, Tomiyasu, Trossard, Vieira. Ramsdale, Partey, Smith and Kivior not even used, not to mention the soon returning Urian Timber. As Arsenal approach their most important part of the season, I feel like they might be a cult hero, a forgotten man off the bench to make a surprise impact. My eyes are personally on Fabio Vieira, a devastating creative profile that in certain games could change the entire dynamic. Moving on to the fifth thing, business end gunners. In the year of 2024, Arsenal continued to make waves, now a total of 11 games undefeated, with a massive 10 wins in that period of time. There was a narrative going into this game that Brighton were 12 games undefeated, De Zerbi being a good manager, Brighton potentially offering a slip up. But that's where I love this Arsenal side. Instead of falling for the narrative, they're rewriting them, going into games and killing them off, playing in a stoic and professional manner, that we've only seen from Man City. It's all going to be very useful coming into our next game, which is of course gargantuan. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich at the Emirates Stadium in a first leg quarter-final tie. The Bayern team news is intriguing, with Thomas Tuchel confirming Emmanuel Neuer, Kingsley Coman and Leroy Sané all have problems and could be a doubt for Arsenal. They've also got massive problems on the pitch. Second in the Bundesliga, 16 points off first place Bayer Leverkusen. After losing 2-0 to Dortmund at home, they then bottled a 2-goal lead against 10th place Heidenheim, making it 2 defeats in a row. That means the Bayern have now lost 5 or more league games in the Bundesliga season for the first time since 2011-12. Massive doubts are now growing over the future of Thomas Tuchel. Reports that he may be getting sacked. The Bayern director says, "I don't give a Tottenham about the search for a coach. Now it's all about the Arsenal game. We'll face a team that is a class above. We have to make a proper turnaround so that we don't get another slap in the face." This tie promises to be very exciting because even though Bayern may be wounded, with the individual quality of Musiala, Kane and co, they have the ability to cause Arsenal issues. But with the reports also confirming defensively, Bayern are set to start with De Ligt and Dyer at the back. Arsenal have a chance to make a statement. Come out of the blocks firing at the Emirates, knowing that Bayern are there to be defensively got at. Perfectly summed by Mikel Arteta's post-match quotes, simply saying let's go for it. That's the video there and there, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to smash a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to follow your boy on all of his social medias, then the links are down below in the description. But that was the 5 things we learned from Brighton 0, Arsenal 3. 7 games away from a potential Premier League title and a Champions League quarter-final on the horizon. For once Arsenal fans, things actually are getting exciting. So stay tuned and I'll see you soon. Take care. And thanks.